Welcome to the bold analysis. While the country was glued and focusing on Rigathi Gachagua impeachment, some very critical development I want us to pay attention to is happening in this country. And as I promised you, William Ruto has made his decision. He has achieved what he wanted to achieve. There's nothing much that can be done except to wait and see how things move. I want us to move to other critical issues that are affecting this country. Remember, the deputy president was never a problem to this country. And even after that impeachment, we will not create it as one of the problems. A U.S. military, United States of America, after William Ruto's meeting in June, there have been three critical meetings with the president from the officials, U.S. military officials from U.S. and also some officials from the UK. An upgrade of Kenya's security surveillance system and establishment of another U.S. military base are at the center of the Monday meeting in Statehouse, Nairobi, between President Ruto and Central Intelligence Agency CIA Director William Burns. The CIA Director jetted in Kenya on Sunday evening, and Monday morning, photos were shared of this meeting that the president held with the CIA Director. And it was at that meeting that Nordin Aji was being seen for the first time coming out in public amidst that impeachment. The details of this meeting is what is attracting the attention of the country. William Burns is reported to have discussed the president how to strengthen Kenya's security role in the region through deployment of the new surveillance system. That US allegedly wants to deploy a new surveillance system so that to bolster Kenya's security in the region. At the meeting that was attended by NIS boss Nordin Haji, establishment of a new US military base, and they are asking, the US is demanding to establish a base in Turkana in northern Kenya and expansion of Manda Bay base in Lamu was also discussed, apart from that one in Wajir. Sources say that the CIA boss offered to boost NIS operations through purchase of a modern telecommunication system to boost intelligence work. If deal is reached, Kenya will get new surveillance machines that will boost intelligence gathering. This one was one of the proposals during the meeting as a way of boosting cooperation between the two countries. Remember, this meeting in October was a follow-up meeting to meeting that the CIA official did in Nairobi. He was here in Nairobi in January. Then in June, just few days to anti-government projects, Gen Z-led anti-government protests that culminated in storming of parliament, the FBI Director Christopher Wray also came for 5 days, was in Kenya 5 days before. That was in June. In January, the CIA boss was here. In June, just few days to that protest, the FBI was in the country. The second visit in a year on Monday by the CIA highlighted the stakes at play between the two countries, as the sources said the US official also communicated displeasure with the government. Now, the interest of our colonizers, of the colonizers in the country, is growing. And there was another high-profile visit by the Britain's security chief Richard Moore, who also met President Ruto in Statehouse. The British High Commissioner Neil Wigan accompanied UK's top spy to meet the president on 22nd October. It is now being established that both Ban and Moore also expressed concerns about the Kenyan government. Now, someone just brought this to my attention, and the question that the country need to interrogate, or the country need to ask, is the new trend why the spy, UK and US, why intelligence spies from UK and US are trooping in the country. Now, what is really much of the interest in it? And one thing we've always said when you analyze geopolitics, the foreigners, foreign countries, the foreign powers that come and package these visits and these cooperations as supporting this country, that has never been the goal. That has never been the exclusive goal. When Kenyan media, and I think Kenyan media have been unfair to the public, because they also carry the one-sided story. And that is why in this podcast, we need to ask, what is in it for US? What is in it for UK? I want us to look at this keenly. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our videos. They are boosting intelligence to us. Of course, a boost of intelligence at this critical time borders anti-terrorism efforts that is also a menace in the country. It borders just the intelligence, local intelligence, in terms of what is happening. Because to date, the president still cannot reconcile the truth on how Parliament was stormed and it caught the intelligence off guard. Or was it served, but no action was done? What are the stakes of establishing military base in Kenya? Now, in fact, I'm picking that on establishing military base. They want to establish 2 military bases, and they've given Ruto that ultimatum that if you do that, then we boost your intelligence. Give you intelligence of corporations. That is the give and take. So the big question is, why do US want to establish military bases in Kenya? 2, why would they want that expansion? Of course, they already have one. They now want another one in Turkana. And then they're saying they will boost operation of the Manda Bay base. What is at stake? I am seeing some 4 possibilities here. Number 1, Kenya, there are very serious mineral deposits, huge loads of mineral deposits that have been found in the country. And just recently, in Kwale, there is a multi-billion tender by a UK-linked firm on extraction of the minerals. Where Hassan Joho is, that docket, it is one that is least mentioned in media. It gets less attention, and some people think it's a very tiny docket. But billion-dollar minerals in this country that are being captured, if you follow that story, if you are someone that is interested in those story and follow those story, you will realize that Kenya has a huge potential. And if you ask me, one of the keen interests why US is demanding these 2 urgent military bases, it could be centered around exploitation of these minerals. What will be their stake? What will be their stake? They want to establish their bases. Remember, even in countries where, with minerals, and this is part that I believe that why the country says we can pay our debts if we fully exploit our minerals. But we must be alive to the fact that unless we get the best deals, even Niger, one of the best mineral deposits, but it's amongst the poorest in West Africa. It has never translated directly to this. So UK and the US, if you ask me, I posit that probably they've seen some mineral deposits, mineral potential in the country, and that is where they are trading their ice. And for them to exploit it best, they must establish their bases in the country for their security, for the operations, and their smuggling centers. So that is one of the things I'm seeing. Number two, and just as we still put on that, it will be, I think we've been saying that Africa must be part of that chain, of the value addition chain. It can only benefit this country. The minerals in this country can only help us benefit by paying these loans. Someone says we can pay these loans within 1 month. There is a IMF for all these loans. We can pay them even within 1 year. For it to benefit, the exploitation must be, of the extraction of that. Kenyan must be at the center of it, not just multinationals. Look at what Traore is doing in Burkina Faso. The second issue I'm seeing here is the West Africa hostility. US is facing hostility from West Africa in the light of the coup d'etats that are going on. They're being chased. West Africa is becoming hostile. Initially they were very hostile to France, but now they're hostile to everyone. So some of these companies, some of these Europe nations, superpowers, are looking for where they can re-establish. Because remember, Europe cannot survive without Africa. Yes. Germany is having a problem of labor issues. They are importing labor from the continent. Raw materials for most production, for manufacturing of some of the biggest global brands, some of those raw materials come from the continent. So you remove the African continent in the equation, and the continent is also a market for those manufactured goods. So you see the way it's part and parcel of the global, Africa is part of the parcel of the global equation. The other issue is Djibouti. You know, probably, you know, Djibouti and Kenya are all eyeing African Union chairperson bid. They're getting a bit of candidatures, getting heavy lifting from France. And France and Germany understood have bolstered their military base in Djibouti. Djibouti has military base nearly almost all this, both UK, US, Germany, France, all this. So I think it's also part of reestablishing. They're realizing that they're looking at the potency of Djibouti as a military base. It's not so much promising, and that's why they want to bolster Kenya. Lastly, I think this is also part of they will actually spy on Kenya. Remember, there was a Silicon Valley project that was negotiated when President Ruto met Biden. And then it was supposed to be implemented between a partnership between UK, between US, and some investment from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. And US said Kenya must cut links with the United Arab Emirates, because if they're part of that project, then they will actually leak secrets to China. So it's part of just trying to spy on the country. If they give you those intelligence gadgets, how sure are you that they can still not be able to spy you using the same sophisticated machines or other equipment? So ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. That is my quick observation on that US military basis. I think while it also bolsters, and of course when I was reading that report, it's coming from that Haiti mission. You know, Kenya and the US there was being supported for that Haiti mission, that it was part of the been coming as part of just benchmarking, and of course also supporting Kenya after Kenya offered its soldiers to help Haiti. And so I think before Kenya gets into that deal, before William Ruto accepts, it must really be seen keenly. One thing that will interest is the way it has been done in secret, but of course it matters intelligence. It cannot be laid on table. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Let's meet in the next. These are the 3 houses that were built in Nyandarua. This first one is Penina Nyambura. This was huyu ndio shosh, alikuwa peke yake. And let me just tell you how we provided solutions there. Huyu shamba alikuwa naisha alipewa, yes, they were given those allotment letters. But apparently nyumba alijengewa ilishanguka. So the grandchildren ndio walikuwa nyumba zao zilikuwa ziko hapo. So she was just using a makeshift structure. Now what would happen is when the grandchildren come, alisema she feels unsafe or she feels like anawafinyilia. Now she has to leave and go back to that kitchen, which is now the house in alikuwa amejengewa. So this house we built for Nyambura, she will use it alone, peke yake, and she was very happy. And may God bless you. Now, that is Penina Nyambura. This other one is Alice Kamande. But then apparently Alice akona watoto 6, she told us. Akona watoto 6. There is only one, yule mwenye meona pale, tulikuwa na yeye. I think I showed her in the video. But the others awako there, and what she could not directly say, but we also gathered kwamba alcohol and illicit brew, it's a big problem. So she's also gotten that place. Malikuwa nalala ni kwa nyumba kingine kadogo ya mbao, and it was also destroyed. So she's got another one, and then the last one is Mzee Njuguna Munyu. Yeah, Njuguna Munyu. This one here. Yeye pia anaishi peke yake actually in that home. Yes, anaishi peke yake. And he was telling me, yeye ndiye alikuwa ananiambia hana choo. Yeah, so I tried telling some people there, nimeona huko wameweka stima. At least the local community sasa wale ambao the MCA there, they are trying to get contact awajenge mzee show, ajenge mzee choo. Yeah, na pia ikewe maji so that mzee apate usaidizi. But if one of you will be willing, I can be able to directly link you so that naweza jengea mzee choo. Yeah, hiyo ndio shida pekee sasa yanabaki nayo. But of the house, he's gotten a house. And thank you, we've made an impact. That for sure, guys, I can tell you, we've really made good impact. If you want to partner with Granny Care in future, the number is there. And I want to tell you, Granny Care is the symbolic, the flagship project of the Bold Network. God willing, we are going to register it to a full foundation. We are in that process. But Granny Care is our project now. So this is a project that will move across different counties. We've done Kilifi, we've been to Kisumu, now we're in Nyandarua. We will go somewhere else. But if you want to partner with us and know more about, contact us and you can continue supporting. Hata kama unataka kujenga ingine ya Kilifi uliona, you can still reach out, you can still link and build another one if you want to support someone else. And now that is the problem.